up, legends? We are back, and what I want to do is talk a little bit about Yujin and about how much fun he actually is. And I deeply underestimated the fun because at first I was like, man, he healing. This is boring, yo. I was like, I'll level and then then I'll be heal god. So on my way to making heal god, I found out that you can kinda make him DPS god at the same time as making him heal god, and it all focuses around the transcend proliferating allergy. Now this is not a fully maxed or built Yujin. I'm actually showing this on purpose now because it's not a fully maxed or built Yujin as far as DPS wise, and until they actually go ahead and give us the opportunity to swap out our catalyst. Like, if I head over to this and I can actually change the stuff that I've already have catalyst, then things will be better that way. Then I can actually go full DPS using. But because I'm going more so for the healer build, this is actually the healer mods that is on right now in the healer build. But all it did for me to change in all of this, I'm just using just a base skillful skill insight with frugal mindset. This is not gonna stay here. I'm gonna be changing this out for something else. Most likely cooldown. If I can put something cooldown there, I'm just gonna be cooldown and um obviously changing over to duty and sacrifice for an allergy. Now, what this actually does is inflicts explosive reaction and deals damage to nearby enemies when the effect ends or the enemy dies. Inflicts the same effect to nearby enemies when the enemy dies. So what this does is after a period of time, as you guys can see, it will explode and do that. Uh, that also is all of this right here that it actually does is buffable with your overall skills. So as you can see, the explosive reaction, you can get duration and make the duration longer before it actually, but you don't want to do that. You can make the radius bigger, which you see is at 8.6 from the 4.0 meters that it was before, and then the burst damage is 1,032, and the burst damage when it ends is 1,014. Now again, you can 250% of the max. So this is all the natural stuff that I was doing as far as this is the exact same stuff that's going to be on my healer side build. Obviously I can change out these two, but this effect skill range is actually good and the skill cost to help me build out. And you're also gonna notice that I have the cooldown on this because of very nice things like skill cooldown and MP conversion right now is nice, and then you have effect range and then nimble fingers along with skill cooldown on focus on non-attribute over here, and then focus on fusion, which is mainly for this basically. But it's not really necessarily for this. This is singular. I'm not really worried about that because you're gonna see that for what I am doing this for. This is strictly for mobbing and going in dungeons. And if you have to level Eugen or you want to farm or you want him to be your main, and you just don't want to be bored healing all the time, you can still heal. You still have all your heal skills, and you still do relatively great healing with this because this again is based off of your skill healing is based off of HP and everything else, so the higher HP the better. My skill range is still nice. The cooldown is down to 30 seconds now, which is pretty crazy. Duration is right now at 10.6 right now. Do really nice, and then the firearm attack increase, and then skill power and all that type of stuff. All good, all good. Just it's just great. Um, Essentially what I'm probably gonna do is just probably gonna be a HP mod. But speaking of HP, And notice that with all of that going on right now, he is at 22,000 on the HP, which is nice. 11K on the defense, because we're just strictly worried about the HP at this point. Because again, your healing scales off of that. So I went HP right now. I'm using a mix set along with actually using an improper reactor because I can't get a good reactor for him. Luckily this week, which is why I chose to do the video now. The reactor that you need is actually this week. Is this You can actually go pick that up relatively easy. So that's good. So we go HP again. I prefer not to have the DBNO duration, but whatever. Over here for the frozen heart sensor that I just happened to put here because it ended up okay. Eventually gonna, when I get some gold rolls for this particular slot, I'm gonna swap it out. Again, we want the max HP, but it gives me MP, which gives me back the MP that I was losing, basically using the conversion, the MP conversion. So yeah. Then over here we have MP recovery modifier again. A gold rolled stat. HP right there again. The defense is very good. And then max HP again, which again I would definitely want. I want to put something else here, but it did end up with a good gold roll on the toxin, and the East Hive display time is kind of like whatever. So that is it. Gun wise, the reason why you want a good gun and not necessarily a buffer gun, kind of like Divine Punishment or something like that, is because that gun isn't strong. Even when you build it, it's still not necessarily strong. So strictly, I'm just leaving it with Enduring Legacy, and my Enduring Legacy is just a beast all the time. It's just a beast all the time. It's just what I use right now. I keep it this way to have it stable. It's stable. It shreds bosses. It does good damage. I'm not really necessarily worried about the gold mods. I particularly don't like them, in my opinion, because they're very situational. They're always supposed to be situational, but I think that a lot of the gold mods don't end up being used majority of the time because you're gonna end up reloading or you're gonna end up not being able to just stand and shoot, basically. Especially if you're in the of playing with people or playing in different modes and stuff like that, you're really not using the gold mods a lot of the time, and I just don't like that. So I rather have my build open to do other things, which I do that with mostly everything. Now, granted, that's all going to go away again when we're allowed to actually swap our slots into other stuff. When we're actually allowed to actually do that, then it's gonna be all fine, and then I'll be able to just lock stuff, and then maybe I'll be more inclined to actually use gold mods then. But right now, the hell out of here. So, um, that's just the way I roll. You don't have to do that. With that said, let's go ahead and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play ahead. I don't want to make the video too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play ahead in a defense wave, and then once we get to defense wave around 8, then we're gonna come in maybe 6 or 7. Nah, we'll do 8. I don't want to take too long, and I'll show you from that point how things roll, and then how I go in, and then the fun literally of what this actually does. All right, guys, you guys know I like to show you guys a practical. Pull this out real quick, and this is a farming build. It's not a bossing build or anything like that. It's a farming build, just kind of like the heck, kind of like just so you could have some fun. And essentially, what I am doing is I am looking for the target in the middle, no matter what. It knock me away from that. Just the target in the middle. That's all. Big explosion. Big fun explosion. And they're messing it all up. But that's fine. Alright, can I do stuff? There we go. Explosion. At this end, and I'll go find a wave again. Somebody will probably follow me because I'm the healer, which is fine. Actually, this is perfect. You guys come with me. Alright, so I'll drag them off. Take this off. Boom. Boom. Oh, you there? Boom. They're all dead over there. Don't let them jump me too much. Boom. You know, thing going over there. Boom. Game is big lagging for some reason. It sucks. Get a boom on that. But they're all dead. Yujin hanging out on his own. He don't need no help. Lagging almost killed me, but that's okay. I don't know what's up with this zone. This zone usually does this though. Not this bad. Fun, right? You need to have a gun that's going to put stuff down though. That's the caveat to this. The gun must put stuff down. Oh, they're running away from me. I'm running. No. Boom. So again, of course, all of that is based off of your DPS stuff. Damn, you saw that? Your DPS, which is going to be skill attack and critical and crit damage. You have to land it though. It is a little bit slow, I will say. But when you land it, if you keep it like, you know, point blank, you do good damage with it. End up in a good spot. Now, who would have thought that Yujin himself could do stuff like this? It's hella fun. And then you have all of the natural stuff that you would normally do with Yujin, like, you know, just being like a, you know, simple healer. He has all of his heal skills, obviously his Z. And again, I'm like, what am I, level 23? Or yeah, able to handle this just fine. Like, you know, granted, I still have all my mods, you know, and everything else, so it's not that big of a flex, but I'm not even over 40, and you can just, you know, handle it perfectly fine. Like, here, you can do this. Some person was like, what the hell just happened? Oh, this build is actually fun. Again, I had to reiterate, this is not a boss build. You probably could, but this is literally what I use for him out in the world when I want to just, you know, run around the world and blow stuff up. It's super fun. Not that hard to actually get into. This is not even fully built, as I showed before this. You know, it's just fun to do overall. So I have a good throughput gun right there with Enduring Legacy, and then I have Wave of Light too. That's not as built as Enduring Legacy. Enduring Legacy is fully duped and everything like that. So, you know, just also keep that in mind as well. All right, so that's all I really got for you guys. And the reason why, again, that I want to show this is because his reactor is this week, and I just wanted to get it done. Again, I was supposed to be making the duty and sacrifice build, but then, like I said, I figured out that, you know what, you don't even need to change anything on your mods, and you can just get away with putting on just that one transcendent, and then he can just basically take care of himself as a DPS too. Again, this is not really boss. You could use that as boss, but you're taking away duty and sacrifice, which I think is just amazing. And you're taking away what it changes that skill into, where if you put like a debuff on the boss, and it'll actually be able to heal people and stuff like that. I don't think that, unless you're running with people who like, it'll just make that kind of like cool, so to speak. It's not really a bossing type of thing, because it's just going to put that debuff on the boss, and then it'll explode and then hit mobs around it and cause a little bit of damage to the boss. It's not even worth actually doing like that. It's strictly for dungeon and you know, mobbing and running around the world, so you don't really need anything else, and you can stay on the character and he be sufficient as far as taking down things and being a fun character to actually use. And again, it's really hard for you to die with the 22,000 HP to begin with. And I am looking to make that even better. I can probably get the HP even higher if I get a roll on the fourth stat, on the fourth component piece anyway. So that's all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe. We're definitely gonna have more content. I have a bunch of characters to actually go through and take a look at. So it's gonna be fun. I'll have a lot of fun in this game. I'm literally over 550 hours now in the game. So like, you can just kind of like tell. I guess I really like the game. If I got that many hours, dog. Like I was like, damn, I gotta log off. Anyway, see you guys soon. Peace.